And welcome in to another week's episode of Allen Athletics here on Watch Fox 57. I'm Kay Crenshaw. So happy to have you along on this week's episode as we dive onto the hardwood. Both head men's and women's basketball coaches will join us this week as we'll start on the women's side with head coach Olivia Gaines. And what a strong start the Yellow Jackets have had on the women's basketball side of things this season. 4-0 start for the first time since 2015, not to mention receiving votes in this week's Division II Southeast Region poll as well. We'll catch up with Coach Gaines and recap those first 4 games of the season and some early stars on her squad, including a young freshman and an experienced veteran. We'll also catch up with head men's basketball coach Sean Walker as his team is coming off of a big exhibition win. Now, typically when you win by 45 points against an opponent, coaches are pleased, but Coach Walker will share with us later on that he's looking for his team to build on that performance and improve in some key areas. He'll share all of those details and also preview a big upcoming game that the Yellow Jackets have against Livingstone College out of the CIAA and North Carolina. All that and more coming up here on this week's episode of Allen Athletics.
Right here, there's a better way to travel, where we're proud to be local, but we're more than just your local airport. Here, you can go from garage to gate in minutes instead of traveling to travel.
Who wants to drive an hour up 77 anyway?
With quick find parking and multi-airline kiosks, we're designed to save you time. So for your next trip, check CAE first. The Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly local. Fly with neighbors. Fly with ease.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead. Whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community, we're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
There's a hidden gem in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Are you ready to witness the epitome of grit and passion? Well, welcome to Allen University Athletics. From dazzling plays on the basketball court to the electrifying crowd, we've got tradition and we've got pageantry. Fueled by determination and unwavering spirit, coaches will push everyone's limits, game after game. At Allen University, we believe in the power of unity, teamwork, and resilience. Together, we rise. Be a part of the legacy and experience the thrill of Allen University Athletics. For more information, visit our athletics website at auyellowjackets.com.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. It takes support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year, the South Carolina Education Lottery raises millions of dollars for scholarships and grants that help students prepare for their dream career, just like Kristen.
At Allen, discover the things you've been searching for. Achievements, authenticity, an experience that helps to uncover the real you. It's your turn to be discovered, to be polished, to shine. Allen University, where hidden gems are revealed.
We're back here on Allen Athletics with head women's basketball coach Olivia Gaines. Coach, first off, thanks for the time. The second, 4-0 start has a pretty good ring to it. First time that's been done here in almost a decade. Early start to this season, what's led to so much success?
My kids is pretty much being locked in. Scouting reports, of course, it's a new system, but right now they bought into what we want to do. I got some coaches that work really, really hard. And just us locking into the scout report, knowing what we're supposed to do, stay disciplined. And like I say, these kids are ready. They want to win. Of course, we want to do something different that Allen hasn't done before.
Not the first time you've taken over a program and reinvented it, so to speak, and rejuvenated it. How important is that portion of the early buy-in from the team to the success?
It's really, really important. I like to think about it like brick by brick. You know, we're building it up. Everywhere I go, I want to win. That's the thing. So the kids know that, so they're driven. We compete really, really hard in practice. Constantly putting emphasis on the way we want to play. Push the ball in transition, score as quick as possible. If we have to run a half-court set, then let's do that. But if not, let's get the ball up in transition. And I got some kids that can knock it down. Got a freshman, Morgan Smith, who's playing really, really well for a freshman. And I got some other kids that's just getting it done, so I'm happy right now.
Well, Coach, as you go through the first few games of the season, a pair of victories over Carolina University of North Carolina, USC Beaufort, and Columbia International for those who are just joining along. And as you look back, you mentioned Morgan Smith there. She's finished in double figures in all 4 of those, including a career-high 23 points just last week. What about her game is allowing her to transition to the college level so quickly?
Morgan came in and she told me, Coach, I want to win a ring. That was a little bit different than what other kids had said. She was like, I want to win. I want to be the best person I can be, best player I can be for you. And she's a dog. She comes in every day. And I think, she gives everybody a challenge, even some of our veterans. Like, she works really, really hard. I can't be more proud of her. So, yeah, shout out to Morgan.
As impactful as the young ones have been, you mentioned the veteran leadership that you inherited on this team certainly has played a role. And you talk about Talia Wesley, nearly a double-double a few nights ago against Carolina, finished with 23 and 9. As you look at her performance, and also a little bit earlier, the buy-in from her, what type of role has she had early on this year?
Definitely a tremendous role. She's a captain. Again, she's another kid that gives it all she got. She gives everything she has. She'll run through a brick wall for you. So I like kids like that. Just a great character kid. I mean, on and off the court, smart kid, has a lot of IQ, and right now I think she's also leading us in rebounds as well. So, again, I'm proud of her. And our talks has been really, really great. Like, she's driven. I know she went through some family stuff early on, but I think I mentioned this before. Like, just having that relationship with kids, and we have a great relationship, and I've been in her corner just trying to help her battle through some of the stuff, but, I mean, nothing's stopping her in the court. She's really driven.
I know from your background and being around the highest levels of women's college basketball that you understand the best teams may have great players, but they're also not afraid to share the ball around. Right. Your team's put that on display, multiple figures in double scoring each of the first few games of the year. How important is that to have your balanced offensive attack?
Yeah, I mean, we want to share the basketball. They know it's probably one of my biggest pet peeves is we don't share it. I always put sharing is caring, give up a good shot for a great shot. That also just kind of goes into personnel. So kids know who's supposed to have the ball in their hands, and kids also know who is a green light kid. So a green light kid is pretty much a kid that can almost take any shot, no half-court shots, but pretty much take any shot they want. So, yeah.
On the defensive end, I go back to that win over Carolina just a few days ago. You forced 28 turnovers, and then you turned those into 21 points. How critical was your defense in that matchup to lead what was a second-half surge on your way to an 85-59 win?
Yeah, it's a big part of what we do. Defensively, we know we have to lock in. Right now, I'm trying to teach my kids to move their feet and keep their hands off, but I think it's a step-by-step process, and I think they are getting better each game. I think our best defensive effort, I would say, was probably against USC Beaufort, where I've seen us really collectively play together and get things done. But it's a big emphasis on them in practice. Move your feet, post players, wall up. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they're having difficult moving. They're actually not. They're not moving their feet. They want to move their body. So that's been a thing. But they're learning, of course, a new system and just learning how to play the game the right way. And then a lot of it is. I think I had a coach ask me, he's like, Coach, what kind of defense are you teaching your kids? Like, how are they able to lock in? A lot of it's carried from South Carolina. It's not a whole bunch of sliding. It's more so run them down and then kind of get in front. So, yeah, it's a big adjustment because a lot of coaches in high school teach, we step, we slide, and we only slide if we have to. 9 times out of 10, we like to run. So.
Coach, among the lessons that you've shared with your team early on this year, what are some of the most impactful ones you think that'll carry on for the rest of the year?
I think the biggest thing is just letting them know that I care about them. You know, I think that's going to always be my bread and butter. I think, like I said this before, and I think I'm going to continue to say it, once you show kids that you care about them, they're going to lock in. They're going to lock in with you, and they'll do whatever you need them to do. So, yeah.
We'll take a short break with Coach and be right back and preview their upcoming games when we return on Allen Athletics.
Right here, there's a better way to travel, where we're proud to be local, but we're more than just your local airport. Here, you can go from garage to gate in minutes instead of traveling to travel.
Who wants to drive an hour up 77 anyway?
With quick find parking and multi-airline kiosks, we're designed to save you time. So for your next trip, check CAE first. The Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly local, fly with neighbors, fly with ease.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. It takes support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year,
Back here with head women's basketball coach Olivia Gaines. Coach, I'm glad we have you on campus today because you guys aren't sticking around home very much in the early portion of this season. A 7-game road trip on your schedule. Was that by design for you, wanting to test your team on the road early on ahead of conference play, or just how it worked out?
Actually, how it kind of worked out. I tried to get some more games here locally, and unfortunately, a lot of people didn't want to play, but it's okay. I think it will be a great test for the kids. So yeah, we're going to enjoy it being on the road. We got a really good team this Friday, University of North Georgia, who plays kind of like we play. So it'll be a great matchup for us. And
that was what I wanted to dive into. You make the trip over to Dahlonega, Georgia. That's where University of North Georgia is located. What are you expecting from them, both offensively and defensively?
Well, they do a lot of 4-out, 1-in, pushing the ball in transition again, kind of our style of play. So we just have to match that. And then right now, we're rebounding the ball really, really well. They do a good job of rebounding the ball as well. But I think we got them beat by maybe like 8 rebounds. So if we can take care of the boards, defend without fouling, and just play our style of basketball, I think we should be fine. And then again, locking into the scout report.
Coach, you mentioned the scouting report there, and I'm curious, when you first get ready to prepare for a team, and either you first turn the film on or first look at the stat sheet, what number or what area of the film are you looking at first?
We like to start off with the big three. So how can we eliminate the big three? And it's always ahead of a snake for us. So who do we need to pretty much limit her touches, you know what I'm saying, get somebody else going, make somebody else take the shot. So that's really, really important. And then what offensive sets they run. You know, of course, defense kind of concerns me somewhat, but I also know our offense is going to work. So we just have to stay true to what we do and believe and be disciplined, and we'll be fine.
4 games into the season, what's the injury report look like for your team?
The injury report? Right now I got Amani Bird, who's out with a knee injury, and praying that she has a speedy recovery. According to the trainer, she should be back in December, so my fingers are crossed, and I'm praying about that because she does a lot of great things for us. She's transferred from Georgia Southern, and she definitely can get it done. She can stretch the floor out for us a little bit, play down low, play a guard, and we don't really have another stretch for her. So having her back would be tremendous, and like I said, I'm praying she has a speedy recovery.
Coach, overall 4 games in, how are you feeling about the team?
I'm feeling good. I still see, of course, areas we have to improve. Really, really big on being humble, and just praying, thanking God for this opportunity, and just trying to get it done. Like, I'm putting in a lot of work. My coaches are putting in a lot of work, a lot of time into it. So, of course, if we stay focused as coaches too and stay locked in and stay the course, I think we will all be very successful.
Let's give those assistant coaches a spotlight for a few minutes.
do it,
For those who haven't been around the program, tell us who's helping you out on the sidelines and in practice, and all the ones who are working behind the scenes too.
Yeah, I got Coach Gregory. He actually coached with me some years ago at Fort Dorchester, my second high school coaching job. Always had a relationship since then. He's been tremendous help. He kind of knows how I like things. So, yeah, I enjoy having him around. Then I hired on Coach Mitchum. First time working with her, but she gives the guards a run for their money for sure. Very energetic, always ready to go. So I'm definitely blessed to have her as well. And then we got Coach Davis, who's been around the block a couple times, which I feel like he was really, really important to keep. And yeah, so he's been a tremendous help, just kind of showing us some of the ropes and kind of putting us on game about some of the other teams and stuff like that. So I'm definitely thankful for him. And then we got Coach McBride. She's still kind of learning, but she's picking up the pace. So yeah, my assistant coaches are on go.
Hey, it's a wonderful staff here at Allen, and it's always a fun time at an Allen women's basketball game. Well, Coach, I hope you can go repack the bag, maybe do some laundry for your next couple road trips, and we'll see you back at home. Middle of December, I think, is the next home game, right?
Yeah.
Coach, safe travels and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
Right here, there's a better way to travel, where we're proud to be local, but we're more than just your local airport. Here, you can go from garage to gate in minutes, instead of traveling to travel.
Who wants to drive an hour up 77 anyway?
With quick find parking and multi-airline kiosks, we're designed to save you time. So for your next trip, check CAE first. The Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly local, fly with neighbors, fly with ease.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. It takes support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year,
We're back here on Allen Athletics with head men's basketball coach Sean Walker. Coach, your team coming off an exhibition game this past week against South Carolina Central Christian. And I'll preface it with this. A big win for your team. While it doesn't count, I know afterwards you weren't necessarily pleased with the performance. Is that right?
I was embarrassed by our performance. It was a game that obviously was an exhibition. It was practice. So, obviously I have to keep that in perspective. But there's very many things that we did, turning the ball over, not rebounding, just not executing, not giving the effort that I thought that we should have, making plays that are uncharacteristic of winning teams, was on full exhibition as well. And so this week in practice has been Junction Boys type, and we need to get back to the basics and get back to the hard hatness that we've come to know here at Allen, and start to play some winning basketball.
Typically when a team wins by 45 points, you're not necessarily focusing as much on those negative points that you want to build on and want to improve on. You as a coach, was it difficult for your team to put the, yes, we won big behind us, but we have got to get better in these areas?
Well, I don't know if I gave them much of a option. I was very displeased even throughout the course of the game with some of the things that we did. And so we focus always on the things that we need to improve on. Even when we win big games, we need to capitalize on the things that we didn't do well. I think we got the right understanding of what we did not do well. Obviously, we always highlight things that we did do well. In my opinion, there were not a lot of things that we should have been happy about. Because South Carolina Central is a new program and they played extremely hard. I believe they played harder than we did. I think they played smarter than we did. I don't think they played with any fear. So for all intents and purposes, we had more talent than they did. But if I don't watch the score and watch what both teams got out of the equation, they got more out of it than we did, and I don't like that. So, but we're poised to move forward, and I like the fact that's what practice games are for, and we'll look forward to playing a really, really tough Livingstone team on tomorrow, and seeing how we were able to get better.
Coach, certainly how many times you guys turned over the ball is something you focused on. I just hear you talk about it now. In practice, how do you address that in improving the decision-making of the team?
Oh, man, practice has been about fundamentals. And when I say fundamentals, I'm talking about we're going back to 5-year-old, 6-year-old basketball camp, stopping on 2 feet, turning, looking, step pass, thumbs down, any and everything that we can do to just slow the game down for our players. And I also believe that, you turn the ball over more so when you really don't know what to do, all right? And so we have some guys that have to learn better what the system presents to them and what it presents for us, trying to get us the best shot versus you the best shot. Between the 2 exhibition games and the 2 games that we played, we've turned the ball over 80 plus times. And that is beyond unfathomable. So we've got to improve. We've got to improve there tremendously if we're going to be a good team and have a chance to beat anybody. That turning the ball over that level of times is just ridiculous.
Well, Coach, you turn your attention to later this week, and certainly a tough task ahead of you. You welcome in Livingstone College here to Columbia, and I think when you take a look at the stat sheet, one of the first things that jumps off the page at you, really talented guard play in the front court.
Oh, they got a point guard, last name Kennedy, whereas number 1. He is a handful to deal with. He's averaging about 22 or 23 a game. He's their primary ball handler. He's their primary scorer. He's their primary defender. He will be one of the better players that we play against all year. I saw the regional rankings for across Division II yesterday. Livingstone is 3-0 and ranked 10 in the region. In the region that they're in, they're in a tough league. Coach Stinson and I have coached against each other from back in the days that he was at Barber Scotia and I was at Voorhees, so I know they're going to be extremely well coached. We definitely have our hands full on Wednesday night.
For your team defensively, how do you approach such talented guard play?
Well, they're talented offensively, and I think that we're talented and gifted defensively, so it's going to be a grind. It's going to be a head-on collision. I never expect the best players on opposing teams to get off on us. I've challenged our guys extremely hard this week, in large part based upon what we did against South Carolina Central, and in large part about what we're getting ready to go see. So I'm looking forward to putting our defense on the table against their offense. It's going to be difficult. Great players, you don't stop, you slow down. But we can't afford to give them 100 points. We can't afford to give them 80 points. We've got to play at our pace, and we really got to grind them out defensively and turn around and rebound.
What are you expecting from them on the interior?
Oh, they are big and strong on the interior. They're 6'7", 6'8", extremely talented. They play 3 or 4 guys in there. We've got to really body up and not give up the middle drive. I think we should be able to match up against them. But they're really talented at scoring. They play 7 or 8 guys, and all 7 or 8 are good players. All 7 or 8 guys can start someplace else. So it's going to be a very, very challenging game for us, and we're looking forward to it. We want to be a good team. We've got to figure out how to beat some good teams.
4 games into the 2024-25 season, 2 exhibition, 2 regular season. Do you feel like your rotations are getting closer to where you want them to be, or is that still a work in progress?
It's still a work in progress. We are playing multiple people in 2 of 3 of the games that we've played so far. Everybody has played. We play Eckerd, and we shorten our rotation down a little bit. We've got some injuries now, so some of the guys that played against Eckerd that were in the shortened rotation won't be able to play on tomorrow. But that's the good part about being deep enough that whoever's available, we're going to play. We're going to play with the mentality that we're supposed to win. We're going to play with a level of toughness, and they're going to be prepared just like everybody else would have been even if they weren't playing. So we look forward to giving multiple guys an opportunity to play. I think Nick Saban said, a year ago before he retired, he doesn't see anything wrong with playing a bunch of good players. And so I think practices are always better when guys know they have an opportunity to earn minutes.
Well, Coach, thanks so much again for your time, and best of luck against the Blue Bears.
Thank you very much. We need it.
All right, we'll see you next week, and we'll be right back.
There's a hidden gem in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Are you ready to witness the epitome of grit and passion? Well, welcome to Allen University Athletics. From dazzling plays on the basketball court to the electrifying crowd, we've got tradition and we've got pageantry. Fueled by determination and unwavering spirit, coaches will push everyone's limits, game after game. At Allen University, we believe in the power of unity, teamwork, and resilience. Together, we rise. Be a part of the legacy and experience the thrill of Allen University Athletics. For more information, visit our athletics website at auyellowjackets.com.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. It takes support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year,
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
Right here, there's a better way to travel, where we're proud to be local, but we're more than just your local airport. Here, you can go from garage to gate in minutes, instead of traveling to travel.
Who wants to drive an hour up 77 anyway?
With quick find parking and multi-airline kiosks, we're designed to save you time. So for your next trip, check CAE first. The Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly local, fly with neighbors, fly with ease.
And that'll close things out for us this week on Allen Athletics. Be sure to catch up on past episodes. It's available on YouTube. Just search Allen University Athletics, and you can catch up on past episodes as well as live streams of home athletic events inside John Hurst Adams Gymnasium. You can also go online to auyellowjackets.com. That's your online home for recaps, rosters, scores, and schedules, and anything else you need to know about the Yellow Jackets. It is online at auyellowjackets.com. That closes things out for us this week. I'm Kay Crenshaw saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as always, remember to smile.